Fumi begs her mother not to let her marry a man she does not love, but her mother says it's too late. Her father has accepted the wine. Now everyone is waiting for her. She has no choice. But what she doesn't know is this decision is about to ruin her daughter's life forever. The beautiful Fumi says he is an old man and she will never marry him. Next, we see the couple dancing. The beautiful Fumi is smiling, pretending, surrounded by people yet completely alone. That night, it's time for the couple to make love, but she doesn't love him, so how's that going to work? You can tell she's not looking forward to it. The next day, she finds her husband's sister-in-law in the kitchen. Fumi has a bad feeling about her, but she ignores it, not knowing this woman will play a role in her downfall. By evening, the house is filled with farm workers. They've come to celebrate the marriage. Fumi is surprised. Her husband isn't just a farmer, he's powerful. That's when she meets Banka. She is friendly, warm, easy to trust, and she easily makes her a friend. And without realizing it, Fumi has just made her first mistake. Later, she confronts her husband. She doesn't like the way he entertains the workers. "You're not a clown," she tells him. The next day, everything changes when Femi arrives. Immediately she sees him, she feels a tiny spark inside. It's like she's been waiting for him all her life. He is her husband's nephew. He greets his mother and hands him a gift. At dinner, he tells his mother he is dropping out of school to continue wood carving like his late father. His mother explodes in anger. She says it'll never happen. Then Femi walks away. Later, in his workshop, he feels sad. Then his old girlfriend Banka shows up to welcome him. He gifts her a camera because she wants to be a photographer. The next day, Fumi goes to the lake to wash, but she finds Femi swimming there. She is enchanted by him. She mentions that she doesn't like how close his mother is to her husband, but he says it's just how they are. She stares at his body, but leaves before things get heated. Back at the house, she learns something disturbing. The woman she felt uneasy about is a herbalist. She asks her about the herbs. She says some of them are dangerous and shows her one capable of stopping a man's heart. Fumi listens carefully, too carefully, because this is where everything begins to go wrong. Later that evening, at a party, Fumi watches her husband and Femi's mom. She hates how close they are. Then, Femi greets her. They talk about the music and the food. Femi then invites her to his workshop to show her his art. At the workshop, he shows off his art. He says his mother claims to hear the spirits, even from his art, but she never heard what is in his heart. In that moment, they share an intimate understanding of each other. In a moment of weakness, Femi pulls her in and kisses her. Then she comes back to her senses, pulls away and leaves. Later, Fumi shows up at his house. He tells her, "It won't happen again. You're my uncle's wife." But Fumi says she wants it to happen again. Femi is taken aback. She asks whether he feels the same way. He hesitates just for a moment. Then he kisses her and invites her to his workshop the next day. The next day, they don't pretend anymore. The moment she arrives, the tension explodes. What they feel is real. Dangerous, but real. She tells him she loves him. He says he wishes things were different, but they're not. But still, it wasn't her choice to marry his uncle, but it's her choice to be with him, and it feels like safety. But it's the beginning of something far worse. The next day, Fumi discovers something she couldn't believe. She finds Femi sleeping with Banka, and this shatters her heart. She runs home to cry. Later, Femi finds her at the farm, but she's cold to him. "I saw you with Banka," she says. He doesn't deny it and says it's because she's married. The trust between them begins to fracture. Fumi ends their relationship and walks away, but things are about to get even darker. The next day, Femi witnesses a ritual, a test to prove whether the man is truly the father of the child. Femi's mom runs the ritual, and the gods speak. The man is the father. The people celebrate. Then, Femi asks the question no one wants to hear. What if he isn't the father? The answer is chilling. They burn the woman alive. That's the tradition. Meanwhile, another goodbye is about to unfold. Banka tells Femi she's been offered a job in Lagos. She had sent some photos to a publisher, and they want her to join them. She says she'll come back for him once she makes some money, but Femi refuses, tells her not to come back to the village. Besides, what would a big woman want with a local woodcarver? They have an emotional breakup, and Banka leaves. And just when things couldn't get worse, Fumi tells Femi something that will change their lives forever. She is pregnant, and not for her husband, for him. Femi is shocked. He asks if she is going to keep it. She says yes. They both know what that means. If the truth comes out, they'll burn her alive. Then Femi suggests that they run away. She says they have no money and no place to go. That's when Fumi suggests her dire plan. She says they must kill his uncle so Femi can inherit all he has, including her and the child. Femi is shocked and refuses the wicked idea, but Fumi is persuasive, and like Jezebel, she seduces him into the plan. She tells him to get the deadly medicine from his mother's herbal table table. That way, it'll be a clean death. It's the only way. That night, under the heavy rain, the line is crossed. Femi hands her the deadly medicine. You can almost see the smile on her face. In the morning, she's calm, gentle, even cheerful. She feeds him hot pounded yam and vegetable soup. As he enjoys the food, he wonders why his wife became so cheerful all of a sudden, but he suspects nothing. Later, in the farm, as he talks to his workers, he feels a slight pain in his stomach. Then slowly the pain gets worse. The workers ask if he's okay, then he collapses to the ground. They declare him dead. After the funeral, Femi's mother suspects he had been killed and asks Fumi what happened to him, saying she always hated him, but Fumi denies killing him. Then she turns the tables, accusing her of killing him. Fumi knows she loved him, so she killed him for marrying her. Instead of claiming her old ass after her husband's death, she gives her a dirty slap for suggesting such a thing. That night, something dark begins. Sad and heartbroken, Femi's mother makes a ritual, calling on the man to rise up and take his revenge on whoever killed him. The next day, life moves on, at least on the surface. The elders pass the dead man's property to his nephew Femi, then ask Fumi whether she would go back to her people. Femi says he'll take her as his own because she is pregnant with his uncle's child. His mother is stunned, can't believe what she just heard. The elders like the idea and they approve, but Femi's mom doesn't. She tells him she'll never let it happen, but Femi insists it is the right thing to do. Soon the guilt of what they did begins to weigh him down, but Fumi comforts him. Months pass, and it looks like Femi is beginning to hate Fumi. The same woman he risked everything for now reminds him of what they did. He even casually says it to her face, "You killed him." This made Fumi mad, and just like that, the love between them cracks. Then the past returns. Banka returns to the village. Fumi knows this is bad news. She tells them about her work in the city. As Fumi goes into the kitchen, Banka tells Femi she wants him back. He doesn't say no. He tells her to meet him in his workshop at night. Later, Femi sneaks out of bed, but Fumi notices. He meets Banka at the workshop, and the past comes alive again. They make sweet love, and by morning, everything is broken. Fumi asks him where he went to. She knows he had gone to see Banka. The argument explodes. Then she takes the things Banka got her and burns it. But this is no longer just about betrayal. Something else is happening, something darker. Femi begins to see his uncle's ghost in the farm, like he is watching him. Then out of nowhere, his farm is set ablaze. Everything he built, gone. He loses a lot of money. That incident deepened his resentment toward Fumi. It got to a point where he begins to fool around with Banka, even in her presence. No guilt, no shame, just cruelty. This broke her heart, and she cried for days. It got to a point where her mother had to come. She tells her how he has been treating her and how he breaks her heart. So she takes her to a barber. He gives her a potent love medicine. Once she gives it to him, he'll love her again, but he warns she must give it to him as soon as possible. If not, it would not work, or worse. The next day, things get even colder. Femi continues to remind her of how she killed his uncle and refused to eat her food. That night, Femi has an awful dream. Fumi almost strangles him to death. He wakes up completely shaken. He leaves to his workshop to get some fresh air. Fumi joins him. She's worried about him. She wants him to come back to her, but he says he can't bear it anymore. He sees the man everywhere, in his sleep, in his thoughts. He can't believe she talked him into killing him. That's when Banka enters. She can't believe what she just heard, and as she begins to freak out, Fumi does what she knows best. She takes a log and breaks her fucking head. Femi is horrified and begins to freak out, but she tells him there was no other way. It was the only option. They dump her body in the lake, hoping it ends there, but it doesn't. At home, Fumi remembers the medicine. This is her last chance. She cooks for him again. With tears, the exhausted and heartbroken Femi eats the pounded yam and vegetable soup, unaware. Then he begins to cough slightly. Fumi hands him a glass of water, but it's not stopping. It gets so bad, he falls to the ground. That's when his mom gets a bad feeling. Fumi panics. This wasn't supposed to happen. Femi's cough is getting worse. She hands him water. It doesn't help. The pain is too much. Through the struggle, he manages to ask, "Did you put something in my food?" Confused and terrified, Fumi says no, but he is in great pain. Desperate, she offers him more water to make it stop, but it's too late. Something inside him snaps. Femi grabs her by the neck and slowly squeezes. She struggles, gasps, but he doesn't stop until it's over. By the time Femi's mother arrives, it's already too late. Subscribe for more. If you enjoyed this video, you'll love this one. Temi Otedela reports her professor. He turned the tables, and her life never remained the same.